Bill Haggerty, Amped Up Sports. It's Wednesday, December 11th. Time for my Bolts of Lightning column. And a satisfactory 2-1 record for Tampa Bay in the past segment. Started with a blowout home victory, then began a road trip with a win followed by an agonizingly close loss. Captured 4 of a possible 6 points, and this is how it went down, along with my opinions on why it occurred. Enjoy. Let's go to game 24. The Lightning 8, the Sharks 1. Tampa Bay posted the first 7 markers of the contest, with a fistful coming in the opening 20 minutes for the second time this season, and cruised to an 8-1 triumph Thursday at Amalie Arena over San Jose. The Bolts improved to 12-10-2 for a total of 26 points, and the Sharks dropped to 10-14-5, and that equates to 25 points. The Lightning scored early and often in the first period. The offensive barrage began with forward Cam Atkinson lighting the lamp at 126. The assist was credited to forward Connor Geekie, and the Black and Blue took a 1-0 lead. Tampa Bay made it 2-0 at 7:29 of the opening stanza. This time it was Geekie getting the goal and Atkinson, along with defenseman Victor Hedman, getting the helpers. In less than 90 seconds, the Bolts lead ballooned to 4-0, courtesy of forward Brandon Hagel, contributing the BOGO scores. The first came at 8:32, with forward Jake Gensel and defenseman Ryan McDonough assisting. Just 23 seconds later, the math changed again as number 38 scored, with defenseman Eric Cernak getting the solo assist. Tampa Bay put the finishing touches on the first 20 minutes with a power play counter at 17:45. Gensel put the biscuit in the basket with Hedman and forward Braden Point contributing the assist, and the Bolts went into the locker room at the first intermission with a huge 5-0 advantage. The middle period saw San Jose make a change in netminders. Goalie Vitek Vanasek had an early exit with Mackenzie Blackwood now between the pipes, but the change was to no avail as the Lightning posted a couple more goals. Forward Anthony Cirelli, who is so far this campaign having a career year, lit up the scoreboard at 4:16. The helper went to McDonough, and the Bolts now led 6-0. Tampa Bay added one more goal in the second period at 18:32. This time it was defenseman Nick Perbix doing the honor with Point and defenseman Emil Lilleberg setting the table to make the arithmetic 7-0. The Sharks finally did at the scoreboard 14 seconds into the final 20 minutes of play, but the Lightning answered that marker with one of their own at 6:01. Forward Nick Paul closed out the scoring by maneuvering the rubber disc between the pipes, with Point and defenseman J.J. Moser getting the assist to make the final count 8-1 in favor of the Bolts. Goalie Anthony Vasilevsky, 11-8-1, was the recipient of the offensive onslaught by the Lightning, but did his part turning away 20 of 21 shots. Let's get to game 25. Lightning 4, Canucks 2. Tampa Bay made it 2 in a row with a 4-2 road triumph over Vancouver Sunday north of the border. The Bolts improved to 14-9-2, and that adds up to 30 points. The Canucks fell to 14-8-4 for 32 points. Vancouver had the only score of the opening period. It came at 16:08, and that gave the Canucks a 1-0 lead going into the first intermission. The Lightning evened the count at 4:40 of the middle stanza. Forward Nikita Kucherov, returning after a 2-game absence due to an injury, deposited the puck into the back of the net with McDonough and Point getting the assist. Tampa Bay took the lead with a power play goal at 6:29 of the second period. Point notched the counter with Kucherov and Hedman getting the helpers, and the Black and Blue went to the second intermission with a 2-1 advantage. Vancouver tied the score at 2 apiece at 4:52 of the final period, but the Lightning took the lead for good at 16:04. Gensel made the most of a power play opportunity and put the biscuit in the basket, with Kucherov and Point chalking up the assist. Tampa Bay added an empty net goal when Point registered an unassisted goal with just 18 ticks left in regulation. That made the final arithmetic 4-2 in favor of the Bolts. The Big Cat turned away 22 of 24 shots to make his record 12-8-1 earning the victory. Man, I'll tell you what, the big cat is back. That's for sure. Now, let's go to game 26. The Lightning won, the Oilers 2. Yeah, wrong side of the score. I thought I'd fool you a little bit by putting the Lightning first. Can't fool you guys. You're too smart for me. Tampa Bay had a heartbreaking 2-1 defeat at the hands of Edmonton on Tuesday at Rogers Place. The Oilers moved to 16-10-2 for a total of 34 points. The Bolts slipped to 14-10-2, and that computes to 30 points. The home team scored first at 17:31 in the opening stanza. That was the only marker in the first 20 minutes, and both teams went to the locker room with the Oilers holding a precarious 1-0 lead. The Lightning tied the score with 10:02 in the middle period. Gensel converted with Kucherov in point, providing the setup passes. Edmonton took the lead at 11:58, and from that point on, both goalies stepped up and posted clean sheets, making the final count 2-1 in favor of the Oilers. Number 88, now 12-1, absorbed the hard luck loss, turning away 23 of 25 shots on goal. That's amazing when you think about it now. He gives up, what, 2 goals, and 1 goal. 5 goals in 3 games. Yeah, that's a pretty good average. You're going to win a lot of games that way. Here's my analysis. Kucherov missed his second consecutive game with an undisclosed injury, sitting out the tilt against the Sharks, but returned for the last 2 contests. Paul posted an amazing 15 face-off wins in the Edmonton game, and that's the second highest this season, behind the 17 recorded by Cirelli at Winnipeg on November 3rd. And finally, Vasilevsky is 6-4 over his last 10 games with a .91 save percentage. That means he's turning away over 9 of the 10 shots that he sees. And his next game will mark his 500th, all with the Lightning. Leo Haggerty, Amped Up Sports. That's my Bolts of Lightning column for today. Book it, Dano.